Welcome to the walkthrough of the Slack integration with Blackboard along with the Amazon Comprehend service. We are inside of Blackboard Learn, and here discussions can happen, of course, through the native discussion forum, but we also can integrate it with Slack. We'll go ahead and select an area of the course where the Slack discussion is posted. This is an LTI link, and we'll go ahead and see what an instructor, first of all, would see. If I was a student, I would have been taken directly to a Slack discussion. As the instructor, I have a quick preview of what is currently happening in the course. As the page was loading, we connected with the REST API in Blackboard, pulling a full list of students there, and a full list of students from the Slack workspace. Now, this particular course has just a few students with email addresses, so this list is very short. The Slack workspace may have actually quite a few students because it's common for faculty to reuse a Slack workspace from semester to semester, which is why we're not listing everyone who is in Slack but perhaps is not part of the course. So this is a concise list of students who the instructor is interested in inviting to Slack. Now we can see that one of the instructors or one of the users is already in Slack. They made 41 posts, and 3 of them were detected by the Comprehend service as negative. A quick rundown with the numbers tells us how many users we have in Blackboard and how many are in Slack. And the graph here shows us that only one at this point was invited to Slack and accepted. They're part of our class. And yet there are 21 still in Blackboard. However, these students do not have email addresses. And we have about 4 currently in Slack. So this gives us a nice idea what's happening in those 2 systems. And with a single click, I can go ahead and execute invite 2 users to Slack. We are connecting with Slack via API, and notice that we have messages connected with each account. Because this particular account has a mailinator.com domain, which is banned on Slack, the invite failed, and this other user is already invited. So Slack actually will manage how often a reminder is sent to the student, and that's the nice thing about initiating invitation through Slack. But basically, this is where we have a little control panel that tells us what's going on in Slack versus what's going on in Blackboard, and we can ensure that quickly we invite the entire class. And of course, we can then follow up with those who perhaps have not yet confirmed their Slack accounts. At the bottom here, we can preview what a student would see the moment that they've clicked on the discussion link in Blackboard. So now let's go ahead and look at the control panel, and this is where the instructor would set some defaults. So we have a cute little video about what Slack is, and if you know anything about software development offices, Slack is the GOAT. So we might teach something about Slack, and then we're asking for the Slack channel details, specifically a token, which can be generated just by following the link here. Next, we let the faculty choose what is the URL that they would like students to automatically go to. Now, this could be a specific area of Slack. We make that available to the faculty to determine. Beyond that, and this is a really cute innovation, there is a general problem with adoption of Blackboard REST API in that a single application ID might require an administrative account so that multiple faculties' data can be accessed. Well, in this instance, we allow faculty or an IT person to create their own application key, provide their secret and ID so that there can be an application ID created for each instructor individually at their organization. Therefore, if only a single instructor wants to adopt this application, they can do that without having to share this access with other faculty. If there are two, their individual access is separated, and the Blackboard administrator would simply approve two applications on the REST API interface, and they would grant the actual instructor user ID as the identity, the persona that would run this integration. If this is not set, then our default general application ID has to be approved. And so we're really excited about this part of this integration. So upon saving this, we gain access to Slack. Now, we also have an option here to import messages. And the only reason why this menu is present here is because in the main Slack screen, we are trying to indicate how many negative responses were made in Slack. Now, there are a couple of reasons to do that. One, Slack can be very extensive, and sometimes the instructor may not catch in time negative responses, or there may be a lot of users, and so marking some of these negative sentiments can be quite useful. And so this is what this button here will do. It'll allow us to import messages from Slack and then process them through the Amazon Comprehend service and then add them to the display. This process could also be done behind the scenes, so this could be a cron job that simply, now that we know the token to Slack, we can import all new messages coming in. For the needs of the hackathon, it appears as a menu so that you can see that this is happening. So, I'm very excited about this particular application and this idea that we can integrate Slack with Blackboard and then give faculty the tools to manage that relationship. Thank you.